What is it in the chart of Dhirubhai Ambani that allowed him to persuade others into his way of thinking, that made him such a gentle and yet a very impressive figure that people listened to him? Why just Dhirubhai Ambani? What was in the chart of Ramana Maharshi that thousands flocked to listen to his discourse, to listen to what he had to say? Well, it's important to see that the Mercury-Venus combination, which is a very strong combination in any chart, which talks about beauty with brains, which talks about intellect, wit, humor, communication with beauty, perception, relationship, refinement, and a lot of accomplishments. That's Mercury and that's Venus. In any chart when you find this, Mercury is the hard work, it's the thought process, it's the ability to do anything that one wants. Okay, once you think about it, you see you find a logical reasoning to work with, and Venus is the planet that helps you accomplish it. Now, when we are talking about the chart of Ramana Maharshi, it's important to notice that in Ramana Maharshi's chart, this combination is going to give me, it's happening in the second house of speech. Okay, so this is where whatever he says will make an impact, because to the person concerned, it will sound logical, it will sound impressive, and with Venus comes in a lot of knowledge. And because Mercury is also the 9th lord of, say, truth, dharma, 12th lord of abroad, he's made thousands of people follow his discourse the world over, not just in India. When we talk about Venus, Venus as the 8th lord of occult and the Lagna lord gave him that impressive personality, gave him that inborn love for the occult, that he was able to express it through his knowledge, through his logical way of expression, and convince people. I am looking into the chart of a businessman, a diametrical opposite chart, one from a dharmatma, a saint, from a monk, to that of a businessman, a hardcore businessman known world over to be very dedicated to his work and reaching the top from the grassroots level. In Dhirubhai Ambani's chart, we see that there is the combination of Venus and Mercury in the 12th house. That's the 12th house is also the house of losses, one can say that, but 12th house is also the house where you use it for foreign purposes also. So, to get people into the mold, to get in your work, it's the 10th lord and the 11th lord. To get people to understand what you are saying, you have to spend something, and you have to be persuasive. You have to have the skill of conversations, because Venus talks about the skills and Mercury gives you the ability to learn all those skills. Mercury is also communication. It's the 7th lord of how you associate with yourself, how you project yourself in the public place. And he was a very skillful, knowledgeable person, because Mercury also, and both Mercury and Venus gives you the knowledge, and Mercury an ability to absorb that knowledge, process it, and be very quick with it. So, whenever you find this in anybody's chart, for example, I found this in the chart of this person who had Mercury in the Mercury-Venus combination in the 5th house, and I told him that the 5th house is an artistic house, and Mercury is also, it's the 4th and the 5th lord together in the 5th house, and I said Mercury gives you an ability to talk to people, whereas Venus gives you accomplishments, because in the 5th house here it talks about your skills. So, I said, do you do any work relating to that? Because in the, as you see, they are also aspected and being aspected by the 10th lord Mars. So, he said, yes, I am an event manager. Obviously, as an event manager, he has to know how to convince people first to come to his, to give him that business, and 2, he has to be creative enough, skilled enough to do a great job with his work. in different houses, we will see that this can give us great results. So again I tell you, that's important not to, because they're inner planets, Mercury and Venus, we often tend to overlook them, we often tend to overlook their potential and what they can put forward for us. A request, if you have this combination in your chart, you are highly accomplished in creativity, communication and learning whatever you want to. Go ahead and see how much you will rise, how much you prosper. So till we meet with you again, stay safe.
Please hit the bell icon for fresh updates. Don't forget to like, share and comment on the videos, and please subscribe to our channel.